Our SDLC model was the Spiral model. We chose the software project, the Future Combat Systems, developed by the US Army. The Future Combat Systems, also known as the FCS, was a US Army project designed to integrate combat vehicles, sensors, and communication systems through incremental upgrades by following the spiral development model. In 2005, a document was signed that allowed more resources to be put into FCS development. This gave the project a boost, allowing for more testing and progress. The spiral development model focuses on managing risks and getting constant feedback to improve quality over time. And this move really showed that the Army was sticking to that approach, making sure that the FCS kept evolving and adapting.
The spiral development model used by future combat systems focused on iterative, incremental upgrades. Instead of deli- Instead of delivering everything at once, it developed and tested components in small cycles, each cycle built on feedback from earlier versions. Key benefits included adapting to changing needs, incorporating new tech, and reducing risk by testing parts before full integration. FCS aims to create an integrated combat network with several key components. Combat vehicles, lightweight, fast, and armed with advanced weaponry. Unmanned systems such as UAVs and UGVs for reconnaissance, surveillance, and combat. Sensors, which provided real-time intelligence on enemy movement and threats. And communication networks, which enabled seamless coordination between all components. Together, these formed a cohesive, tech-driven combat system.
The three reasons why the FCA's project follows the spiral model is the first one is that it involves multiple phases of development and upgrade that they were previously started in 2003. It allowed the FCS to be developed in multiple phases where each phase undergo planning, risk management, prototyping, and testing before moving to the next phase. Each each phase prototype for evaluations and creates a way to continuous feedback and improvement through each development process and cycle. The second one is a document was signed that gave permission for more resource to be allocated towards the FCS development. The purpose of the document was for development and evaluation on the FCS. Spiral development involves risk management and feedback to continuously improve the software. And the nature of this document provides that the FCS was following the spiral development principles. The third reason is that FCAs utilized the spiral model in order for the fluid requirements and consecutive feedback could be built back in the development process. So these ensure that the system was always capable of performing during missions.
Okay, and some of the deviations from the spiral model were that the FCS had an aggressive timeline and high-risk technology adoption, which resulted in delays and some cost overruns, while the spiral model emphasized risk management by completing smaller iterations and reviewing each cycle, but the FCS struggled with this on a large scale. And the spiral model iterates through small, manageable phases with each iteration, which produces uncertainty, while the FCS attempted large-scale changes that compounded the challenges facing each iteration. And throughout the whole process, there was a lack of mechanisms to reevaluate key assumptions throughout the development process, which resulted in a lot of important details being left out.